Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone and depending from where you're watching us from. It's Biafra Watchman TV. We are live and we are direct. We are here to bring you the gospel of redemption. We are here to bring you the gospel of hope, and we are here to speak the bitter truth without fear or favor. And if today is the first time of coming across our video and you like the way we are propagating the gospel of Biafra, please like, subscribe, and share. Alright, dear friends, I come with question this morning. I come with question this morning, this afternoon, and this evening, depending from the location, depending on from the country you are watching me from. Where I am now this evening, I don't know where you are. I come with question. And what is that question? Why are you fighting for Biafra? It's a question that I want each and every one of us to answer. Give your answer. Give yourself a genuine answer to this question. Why are you fighting for Biafra? Why do you identify yourself with anything that has to do with Biafra? Is a question. I repeat myself. Why do you identify yourself with Biafra? Why do you choose to fight for Biafra? Is a question that I want you, before you answer this question, I want you to ponder. Sleep over this question. Ponder over this question. Then give yourself a genuine answer to this question. Why are you fighting for Biafra? Why do you associate yourself with that name, Biafra? Because if we can understand the reason why you identify yourself with Biafra or you are fighting for Biafra, there are some things, there are some mistakes, there are some decisions that you as a person is taking that ordinary wouldn't have been so. Because it's high time we start educating ourselves. It's high time we stop, distraction. It's high time we stop this distraction. We've known that Ngozi is not here for Biafra. From all the things she has been doing, you don't need a rocket science to tell you that she is far from Biafra. She has nothing to do with Biafra. Facts have been, established that the family she came from, they have political interest in that family, and she herself has a political party which she herself is a board member of that political party. So, in other words, she has interest in Nigerian politics, and whoever has interest in Nigerian politics can never like Biafra, because Biafra is the game changer. Biafra is the name that, changes the status quo. That name Biafra, nobody that associates him or herself with Nigerian politics that like that name. So this fact has been established. If you feel that Ngozi is genuine, let it be so to you. Abasioso, I go marry. Or the pertinent question I am putting out there, the pertinent question I'm asking each and every one of us, including myself, why do I talk about Biafra? Why do I propagate the gospel of Biafra? And why do I associate myself with that name Biafra? It's high time we give ourselves genuine answer to this question, because if only we know the reason why we are fighting for this Biafra, there are some certain things that we wouldn't have allowed to happen. There are some certain things we wouldn't have allowed to happen at the first place. Why are you fighting for Biafra? You know, this is the question I asked myself all night till this very morning. This is the question I asked myself because with the look of things, I discovered that most people who associate themselves with Biafra, they don't know why they are talking about Biafra. Yeah, they know that Biafra is a nation, people who are fighting to have a nation. Some of them, take Biafra to be so, but they don't understand the in-depth meaning of Biafra. And it's high time we educate ourselves why we are fighting for Biafra. Let me tell you guys the gospel truth. We are not fighting for Biafra for anybody. That is why you should mind the way you support. In fact, if you understand Biafra, you know that there is no need of supporting anybody when issue arises in the case of Biafra. The only thing you can support is what? Is the truth. Is the truth in Biafra, not individual per se. Because if you support individual, you will make mistake. And have it at the back of your mind that you are fighting a nation that you admire, you desired to have in your own time and to prepare it for your generations yet unborn. If you understand Biafra to be a nation that you would like to bequeath to your children and your generation, tell me, will you jeopardize it? Will you jeopardize it? It's high time we take this issue of Biafra serious. It's high time we take the gospel of Biafra serious. It's high time we have to redefine the purpose of Biafra and why we are fighting for Biafra. It's high time because it will be very, very shameful after sacrifice, because the greatest sacrifice in life is the sacrifice that somebody have to go down for the sake of something. What am I saying? Let me elaborate more. People, human like you, have gone down in millions for the sake of Biafra. So, human blood is the greatest thing that can be used or has been used and still be using as sacrifice. Any sacrifice that has to do with human blood is no longer a child's play. Biafra have taken not in millions of lives. This is why you have to take this issue of Biafra very serious. Sometimes you have to put yourself in the shoes of the people who have, sacrificed their life for the sake of Biafra. Starting from 1960 down to this our own time. Do you know the number of people that have gone down for the sake of Biafra? Why must we use Biafra as a mockery? Why must we, take Biafra as, how will I put it now? Why must we not be serious with Biafra? Something that have taken lives of people. It shows that we are heartless. It shows that we are wicked. It shows that we are ingrate. If people sacrifice themselves. I watched the video during the 1960, that genocidal war. I know that video have been circulating. The lady that was interviewed about Biafra. If you see the boldness, if you see the courage that Biafra will emerge victorious, regardless how Britain, Russia, USSR, name them the country according to the girl, according to the lady during the war supporting Nigeria. But according to her, said in the name of Jesus, Biafra will emerge victorious. Only God knows if the lady survived the war. We have watched all those videos. We have watched all those clips where our flesh and blood, we are starved to death. You see children suffering of kwashiorkor, crying. You will be asking yourself, are these people human? Are they actually human beings? According to Frederick Forsyth, said there was an incident where vulture, Neri, and our people, these are Biafrans, these are Igbo people. Vulture, we are eating their flesh. We watched the video. I don't know what we'll think each time we watch that video. Because the gospel, see, even in the history of man, in this very history, in the history of mankind, there is no people that have, witnessed the kind of brutality, rejection, and buying that we Biafra witnessed during Biafra war. And this ought to be giving us that courage that we must, this thing that our ancestors, this thing that our fathers and our mother have started. For this video we watched, seeing our flesh and blood crying of hunger, we must make sure that the reason why they embarked on this war, that this our generation must achieve it. This is supposed to be an inspiration to us. All those videos we are watching, all those clips we are watching about Biafra war supposed to be something that will be inspiring us, igniting our burning desire to achieve this Biafra. I don't know each time you watch this video, what you ponder and what you reflect. Each time you watch that images, each time you watch those videos, those images of Biafra war or videos of Biafra war, what is the first thing that always comes to your mind? What is the first thing that always comes to your mind? And we are here. We have the opportunity. Let me tell you guys, if you find yourself talking about Biafra, count yourself as a privileged somebody, because you are part of the people that decided that the reason why millions died in the fight of Biafra, that you are part of the people that make sure that reason why they died was never in vain. So what I'm trying to say, you will listen to Namibia, because some of us believe that this Biafra is not achievable. Let me tell you guys the gospel truth. We are the people holding ourselves. We are the people. I'm not talking about people, Biafrans or Igbos or Biafrans who don't believe in Biafra, the people who are stumbling block for this actualization of Biafra are the people who said, who are professing, people who are fighting for Biafra. Not even the people who don't believe in Biafra. The people that are stumbling block to the actualization of Biafra are the people who are propagating Biafra. Just look at ourselves. Just look at ourselves. I couldn't sleep last night. I was asking myself question, how do we manage to come to this point? I was bitterly angry. I was madly angry with myself and everybody talking about Biafra. I was angry. Why? I was asking myself why. After we succeeded in redeclaring Biafra, instead of us to be focused, instead of us to do what? To intensify the liberation of our land, intensify the diplomatic approach, intensify the media approach. Look at what we are doing. Busy talking, fighting about trivial things. Trivial things. Instead of us to remain focused. Instead of us to say, now we have declared. See, let me tell you guys, you see this issue of Biafra. Justice is on our side. Everything, nature is on our side. Nature is on our side. Everything are on our side. Just take a look at Nigeria. Every day, Nigeria government is committing blunder that even the people, the Westerners, who are doing what? Who are covering them just because of what they are getting from Nigeria. With what Nigeria as a country, with what Nigeria as a government is doing, with what Nigeria is doing as a country, then it's not encouraging. It doesn't want what somebody will defend, regardless of what you are benefiting from Nigeria. With what Nigeria is doing, no. With what Nigeria is doing, no. Honestly speaking. Sorry for the distraction. Somebody called me. Know why the person is calling me now. We have chances because Nigeria is going down on daily basis. Nigeria as a country is going down on daily basis. Even they themselves, the people who are in the corridors of power, the people who are running the affairs of that damnation called Nigeria, they themselves are wondering that Nigeria have not collapsed completely, that Nigeria is still a country. They themselves are wondering, because from every indication, Nigeria supposed to have ceased to exist as a country. The politicians, people who are running the affairs of Nigeria, this is what they believed. But instead of us to capitalize on these their loopholes, to expose them beyond measures, they're talking different things. The question still boils down on, what do you think Biafra for? It's a question. You will watch this video. Namibia, you will listen to what their leaders who led them during their fight for liberation from South Africa. You will listen to their speeches. You will listen. You will hear that when they were fighting for their liberation. And don't forget, Finland supported this Namibia throughout their fight for liberation from South Africa because South Africa colonized them. They were like mandated territory. They were like mandated territory, like Ambazonia or Cameroon. We are mandated territory to German. You will listen to what their leaders said, how they imprisoned some of their frontline fighters, but it never deterred them. It never deterred them. They remain focused. They remain consistent. They never waver. They never shake. They were consistent in their fight for liberation. They focused their eyes, they focused their mentality, they focused everything on how to liberate their land from the occupiers, being the South Africa. This ought to be our drives. This ought to be what will be, we're supposed to be thinking, how are we going to decolonize Abuja regime in our territory? We have liberation forces who are good to go, who are ready to deliver. Because one thing is to have liberation forces, another thing is to have liberation forces who are ready because they know the risk involved, who are ready to deliver, who are ready to take enemy head on, despite the armament, despite the firepower they have. But in the case of Biafra, our liberation army, they are ready to deliver. People on a diplomatic wing, they are ready to deliver. Now, the followers, we, the ordinary people, we that is propagating the Biafra are the ones bringing their morals down. Imagine Elias, which his duty is just to do what? To help us lobby for nations to listen to us in Washington, and for pundits and diplomats to listen to our case. Now, it has come to the point that he's coming to talk to Biafrans, enlightening and educating us. That is to tell you that on the diplomatic side, they are ready to work. They are ready to work. They are ready to go extra mile to see that we'll succeed. The same thing applicable to our men on ground, the liberation forces, or the people distracting the people distracting them are the we. Then that have more stake are ready to deliver. It's just we that, what is our duty? Talk about Biafra, propagate about Biafra. Donate resources, funds for them to do, because they go to we are here distracting them. It's a shame. I must tell you guys, the gospel truth is a shame. So we have to rethink from today. From today, know that you have a privilege now to be among the people that will fight for this liberation of this nation. When Biafra comes, you will be proud to tell your children that, or your children's children, I was part of the people that made this thing happen. That this thing they are enjoying today, this nation, this Biafra they are enjoying today, that you were part of the people that made it happen. Now you have the opportunity. People who I never got the opportunity. Now you are alive and you get the opportunity. Why can't you focus and propagate this Biafra? You are doing it for yourself, not for anybody. 21st century. Most of us living abroad. If you have If you go back to that damn nation called Nigeria, you have to provide security for yourself, provide electricity for yourself, virtually everything you got to provide it for yourself. 21st century Nigeria is here to have steady lights. Internet, internet that you know that in a different countries where we reside is nothing. But look at that damnation. Why can't we fight to liberate our land? Why can't we fight to make sure that Biafra, which is the beacon of hope to black race in this planet Earth, why can't we fight? Now we have the privilege. Now we are part of the people talking about this Biafra. Why can't we be focused? Why can't we be focused? There are nations that fought and got their freedom. What we are doing is not what people have not done before. In this Namibia you see today, they fought and got their freedom. Sudan did same thing and they got their freedom. Eritrea fought and got their freedom from Ethiopia. Nations has fought. So what we are asking for, what we are doing today is not what people have not done in the past. This is the road that people have, taken before us and they got results. Why do we think that this thing we are doing will not materialize? We are the ones. Our mentality towards this Biafra is what is delaying Biafra. We have to redefine our mentality. We that are, talking about Biafra or fighting for Biafra restoration, we have to do what? Redefine our mentality towards this Biafra. It will be a very shameful thing that this our generation did not achieve Biafra. If this generation did not achieve Biafra, is it the Jay-Z generation that will achieve Biafra for us? If we fail now, if we did not achieve this Biafra now, we should forget about it. Because everything is on our side to achieve it. Everything is on our side. It's just that we are not serious. If we can add little serious, not much serious, just little serious to this our fight for Biafra restoration, believe you me, we will achieve it. Because Nigeria as a country is a shadow of itself. Is a total shadow of itself that even the politicians are even surprised that Nigeria is still a country. Because what is going on there, Nigeria is supposed to have been collapsed completely. Instead of us to be serious, we are talking rubbish on media. We have to be serious. We have to be very, very, very serious. I want you guys to watch Namibia. Watch Namibia. Listen to what their leader said. There is no how. There is no how to people who are making mockery of Simon that Simon is in the custody of Finnish authority. Let me tell you, in the history of freedom fighting, there is no person that led the movement that at a point in their life, at their point in the movement, we are not caught by the oppressor and jailed. So what MNK is facing or Simon is facing is normal thing in freedom fighting. It's normal thing. Normal. 100% normal. Because you can't expect your oppressor to just allow the leaders just like that. No. They have to do everything they can to stop the leader. But it's left for the followers that when they see that their leader is in the hands of the oppressor, and they will intensify their what? Their actions. They will intensify their push for their freedom. And if you check the history of freedom fighting, each time the oppressor gets hold of the people leading the freedom, that is when their liberation is at hand. Now, Simon is in the hands of Finnish authority, is when our freedom is supposed to be on our leg. We, the people fighting for this freedom, ought to prove to those people, to those oppressors, that holding our leader stops nothing. Rather, it radicalized us the more. Yes, not when the purpose in which these oppressors get hold of our leader. Because one, the strategy is to get hold of the leader to disorganize the followers. And each time they tried it in the case of Mazen Nadikan, they succeed. Now they tried it again in Simon, they succeed again. How long? That is why I got so angry in what is going on today. Because we ought to know better. We have seen it. We have seen the template. We ought to know better. When they apprehended, when they kidnapped MNK, we saw how everything got shattered. We're supposed to have learned from that. But Ibidona, Ibidorubo, it's time to say enough is enough. Enough is enough. The question, don't forget the question. Why are you propagating about Biafra? Why are you associating yourself with Biafra? Do you take Biafra?
In 1966, many party leaders were arrested, thrown into military aircraft, and flown to Pretoria, where they have been illegally tried and sentenced, of which 40 of them are serving life imprisonment, and they are jailed at Robben Island, and many others are serving 20 to 5 years imprisonment. As a result, our movement was forced to go underground, and we are carrying out the struggle underground. We are in touch every day with the people.
Comrades, today, the Commander-in-Chief of our army, the President of SWAPO, and the leader of the Namibian people is here today to talk to us and to give us the next order. SWAPO will win. Namibia will be free. Namibia will be free. Namibia will be free. Victory! Forever! Victory! Forever! Victory! Forever! Period! March! Namibia. Comrade Defense Secretary, comrades commanders, comrades combatants, comrades officials of SWAPO, first and foremost, on behalf of the Central Committee of our mighty SWAPO, I would like to extend my profound salutations and congratulations to the commanders, men and women, combatants of the People's Liberation Army of Namibia for the excellent services they have rendered in fostering the cause of the liberation of our country from the yoke of minority white Boer fascists. During the past 12 months, our combatants, under the dynamic leadership of the commanders of the People's Liberation Army of Namibia, have wiped out many enemy soldiers, captured arms and ammunition, radio equipment, and other war material. The enemy soldiers are demoralized. We know whenever we met them at the battlefront, they ran away and threw their arms and ammunition away. This juncture, comrades, I would like to ask you all to observe a minute in memory of those comrades who have sacrificed at the battlefront in the fight against imperialists, colonialists, fascists, racists, and oppressors. Today, we are a formidable force in SWAPO because we are united. All members of SWAPO do respect the Constitution and the party program. The imperialists have started some maneuvers and intrigues talking to SWAPO that they would like to see a peaceful solution in Namibia and stoppage of bloodshed. We say yes. We would like to see a negotiated settlement in Namibia, and we told them that we appreciate their efforts if it is genuine. But we made it categorically clear that if the enemy troops are not withdrawn, we will continue to open fire on them wherever we encounter them within Namibian territory.
My name is Johan van der Mest. I come from South Africa in the Transvaal, Boksburg.
You've been serving in the South African Army in Namibia?
Yes, I've been serving in Southwest Africa, as we know the country, in Wamboland since January the 2nd until I was captured.
When were you captured?
I was captured Sunday morning on the 18th of February at Ilundu.
By SWAPO?
By SWAPO members, yes.
How did it occur?
Oh, well, we were sleeping because it was at 4:30 4 in the morning. And when we just heard shots went through the tent. And of course, the first shots, we were all wounded just about. So we all tried and get out of the tent. And tent started burning down. So we all went outside and fired back.
Were anybody killed?
I don't know. Some of my friends didn't come out of the tent at all.
How did they treat you here?
Well, the treatment I get from them is very well. I didn't expect it to be so good.
Why not?
Because of South Africans don't treat their captives as well as SWAPO do.
According to South Africa, the military forces serving in Namibia at present are security forces trying to prevent SWAPO terrorists to penetrate the country. What is your actual opinion about that?
Actually, I think it's very unfair according to SWAPO. Of course, well, they've been fighting a very long time for their country.
Do you think their course is just?
Yes, I think so.
But why did you serve in the South African army if you think their course is?
Well, I didn't come to the border because I want to. I come here because I have to be here.
There was no way for you to...
No, no way. We can't get out of it. If I tell you to go, you have to go. And that is to me. The army will never see me again. Of course, it's very unfair.
How do you think the war will end?
The war, God, no, I don't know at all. I think SWAPO will have power at the end.
You think SWAPO?
Will have power at the end. They will be in power.